What's up, guys? This video is for all the guys out there, and I want to quickly just talk about a super important word, and it starts with a G, and it will make you honestly a real G if you can practice it, refine it, and then master it. So that word, for all the gentlemen out there, all the guys out there, all the males who want to own their life, attract a really good partner, show up in the world the best way you can, the strongest way, the most empowered way, the most confident way. That word is groundedness. So groundedness means essentially being stable, emotionally stable, psychologically stable. It means having a deep awareness of yourself, aka self-awareness, and having an awareness of how you're moving through the world, how your actions are, how your interactions are, how other people perceive you, and taking all that and not being reactive, not being impulsive, and having a certain calmness and peace that comes from deep within yourself. And the source of that is almost like an infinite, unwavering self-confidence, a self-assurance. So when you are in any situation, you come across any type of person, you come across, any woman, any girl, that you might find attractive, you still remember that you are more than just this what you are, the persona that we have taken on once we've been born into this society, and we are given identities. We're given identities like, for instance, your age, your profession, where you went to school, where your family is from, whether or not you have a lot of money, whether you don't have a lot of money, maybe you have a high level of education, a low level of education, the neighborhood you come from, all these different things that become attached to us. And we think that that is what we are. We think that all these different labels and identities make up us. So say, for example, me, I've been a fitness trainer for over 9 years. I am a woman. I am Chinese. I live in Vancouver, Canada, and I'm vegan. And so if I am looking at myself from a superficial lens, through a superficial lens, then that means I will think of myself as those identities and I will act accordingly. And if something happens to disrupt the security of any of those identities, then I become shook. I become unstable and taken aback. But if you're grounded, then what that means is that no matter what happens to you, no matter if you lose all your money, you get a lot of money, you get a super hot partner, you lose a partner, you lose your home, you lose a job, your boss yells at you in front of people, anything that can happen, right? You lose all your friends, whatever that can happen, you're grounded, and that means you're secure. You're secure, and your foundation is never affected by any of these external events. And what makes a grounded man so attractive is that innately women are chaos. We are always at the whim of our hormones. So, myself, I just had my cycle last week, and it messed me up so hard. And for almost 2 weeks, I was just like in the throes of all this hormonal fluctuation, feeling so depressed and tired, low energy, cranky, grumpy, bitchy, you name it, I was that, okay? And women, that's just what our life is. Like, our experience on this planet is a lot more flux. And so the masculine is the ground upon which all of the feminine chaos can rest. The masculine is where we feel, you know what, okay, I am being crazy right now, but I feel safe. I feel supported. Not only because you have the emotional intelligence and the communication skills to talk to us in a way where we feel supported, but also because your energy and your presence innately is very solid. So, of course, groundedness, you can think of it like the ground, like earth. What is the earth? Is it easily broken up? Is it easily pushed around like the ocean, like waves on an ocean? No, it's none of those things. It is super solid. So if you want to be attractive to women, you want to provide people with a sense of ease, a sense of calm, a sense of comfort even, work on developing that stability within yourself, because it will not only really improve how people see you and your interactions with them, but also just for your self-improvement, your own personal growth, your journey here on this planet, being able to feel like you are your own source of strength, your own source of security. You are self-assured in what you are, beyond all the labels, knowing that you are a conscious being on this planet and you have infinite power, you have infinite potential, as long as you believe it. As long as you believe it and you know, you have a deep knowing that this life is for you and you are supported by the universe, and thus you can feel grounded within yourself and within who you are, then that energy of just total peace and calm and knowing is going to serve you so well. Like, for example, there's a lot of people out there who over the years have talked about, how to pull girls, if you have a lot of money, if you're alpha, all these loaded buzzwords that have essentially become meaningless. But I don't know if what they mean is groundedness, but what it should be is groundedness. Being alpha is nothing if inside you're chaotic, if you're insecure. I've met quite a lot of grown men. I mean, at least they were way older than me, so they were grown in that sense. But I've met a lot of men out there who act like an alpha. They are the leader of the pack. They have a lot of buddies around them, right? They talk with charisma, they talk with power, they own the situation. But then deep down inside, actually, in the private moments when they are vulnerable, that foundation is not there. That solidness is not there. And so, I mean, that's just a facade, right? It's the superficial layer that you show to the world. So you don't get judged for being weak, so you don't get judged for being a beta, all these labels and all these things, but is not who you are in your essence, right? I'm talking about your essence. What are you in your essence? Are you truly solid? Like, do you really have a deep sense of knowing and a deep sense of self-awareness that no matter what, you're going to make it? You're going to make it. And because of that, people are going to enjoy being around you. They're going to enjoy working with you. They're going to enjoy getting to know you and dating you. So if this isn't you right now, some suggestions I have are to work on all pillars of the self. So of course, physical, get your ass to the gym, become comfortable with being uncomfortable, learn how to lift heavy weights safely, not for ego, but to truly become strong. Because if we can master our physical capabilities, then anything else, like everything else mentally, emotionally, also becomes easier. Second is your the emotional realm, okay? Get comfortable with being vulnerable. I mean, you don't have to cry in front of people and all that stuff, but just opening up to people, sharing your thoughts, sharing your emotions, knowing that it's okay to just express whatever is inside of you. And if the person that you're expressing to is not okay with you expressing, then they're not really for you. They're not for you. Third is the intellect. So if you're spending most of your free hours looking at memes, looking at bullshit videos, just entertainment, being on TikTok, I'm sorry, but it's time to make your free time work for you, okay? No more bullshit entertainment like that. Go seek out financial advice, like true financial advice by people who are actually in the financial industry, not TikTokers who are 21 years old. Go learn about stocks, go learn about the economy, learn about politics. Again, not by triggered people out there who are just being loud and opening their mouths to yell, but truly how the world works, what the systems are that run the world, right? Learn about that, learn about geography. Number 4, spirituality. This is, again, like the crux of everything. So if you have an ability and you're open to even delving into what this life is about beyond just this physical 3D matter, that is spirit. That is what this is all about. And if you learn about that, you learn about how to watch your thoughts, control your thoughts, see things from a place that is more objective, less attached to this human persona that we are, and just understanding that spirituality isn't just like woo-woo, like waving sage and looking at crystals and, you know, doing tarot card readings. It's not even that. Spirituality is going deep within yourself to discover what you are, to discover that you are not even just this human matter, you know, this 3D matter, this body. You are so much more than that, and you are so powerful. Seriously, like you are, it's all about what you think to yourself, what you believe about yourself, right? So if you take some time to learn about that, there's some great people out there talking about all this stuff. I mean, some of them are dead, but definitely look up Alan Watts, look up Osho, Ram Dass. Those are some great people who have been blessed to have so much wisdom channeled through them to provide to us so we can be guided along the way. So what are those? Physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and of course, just taking on an attitude of self-growth, taking on an attitude of always being a student. That will always serve you, okay? That will always, always serve you. I'm almost 40 now, like no joke. I know some people in my comments before have been like, no way you're 40. Yeah, my birthday, December 16th, 1986. Okay, that is in the 80s. And today we are in 2024. So, but anyway, I hope you get a better understanding from this video about how to become a more real, like top G kind of person. Top G isn't about money. It's not about, you know, what you're flashing on your wrist, what you're wearing on your neck, the chains, the car you're driving. I mean, all those things will naturally come if you have that infinitely solid self-assurance. That is groundedness. That word is where it's at. Not all this bullshit car flexing, all this stuff. Like, that stuff is so silly. And only girls who are shallow and superficial will care about that, okay? So it's up to you what kind of person you want to become. You want to operate at a superficial level. You want to attract women who are only in it for the money, and if you lose it, they're gone. Or if you want to actually learn how to develop depth as a man, there you go. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching, and have an awesome day. Bye.